In our last episode, we were heading into a helo to make the short trip over to Station South Padre Island. But before the Commandant took off, there was a special moment. One of the crew from Air Station Corpus Christi was given the VIP treatment when he re-enlisted and was sworn in by Admiral Allen himself.
Foreign and domestic. That will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will obey the orders of the officers appointed over me. All right, make it official here. You didn't sign this in blood.
Then the helicopter was off for the familiarization flight. The Commandant got a bird's eye view of the South Texas area of responsibility. Located 6 miles north of the U.S.-Mexico border, Station South Padre Island was constructed in 1974, although they've had a life-saving presence in the Gulf of Mexico since 1918. Today, they're known to be one of the largest small boat stations in the Coast Guard, with 58 active duty and 13 reserve personnel assigned. There's also an aids to navigation team, the Coast Guard cutter Amberjack, an 87-foot patrol boat co-located at the station.
We're only 5 miles from the border.
Where do most people live?
Most of them live in Brownsville, sir.
Here.
Yes, sir. Really, there's no housing between here and here. It's either on the island, Brownsville, or Harlem.
Pretty much an industrial camel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How are they doing in regards to housing allowance versus the market, what they're able to afford? That sort of thing?
We got, this year, 2008, we got $125,000 increase in BH.
So everybody's able to...
Yes, sir. Previously, it was a little bit more difficult, but with this latest round, we got the big increase. It's helped out tremendously.
How about medical care?
That's been an issue. TRICARE remote,
Right.
there's only a couple of doctors in the area. We've been to places where the doctors were actually Googling some of the symptoms to try to figure out what was going on, and that's not safe.
Do you have enough care, though, for your people? And all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Harlingen is actually one of the better medical facilities in the area. They have a lot of
How long's the
doctors.
drive over there for you?
It's about 45 minutes. That's where I live.
Okay.
It's a nice area.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Everybody mustered?
Everybody's mustered down there. You got a lot of auxiliaries. So you got a good, real good mix, sir.
Okay.
Should be good.
Carry on, folks. Have a seat.
With a picturesque backdrop, the all-hands meeting was kicked off with an awards presentation, followed by Admiral Allen speaking with the crews.
To execute the mission, you need people and platforms. They have to be current, competent. You have to have the right tools. The folks down here, especially at South Padre Island, working on one of the most challenging AORs in the Coast Guard with the border. And when you see somebody out there in a lancha, you don't know what's going on. Could be drugs, could be migrants, could be illegal fishing, could be whatever. And when we talk about all threats, all hazards across the spectrum of operations of the Coast Guard, trying to be always ready, that is nowhere more apparent than this part of the Coast Guard. That's one reason I'm glad to be here today, because I had not had a chance to visit. As you know, I brought Master Chief Bowen with me, Master Chief of the Coast Guard. He's already been here once. He's the one that said I had to get down here sooner rather than later.
I'm like the Silver Surfer. I go before, Galactic comes after and devours the plane.
You continue to amaze. I don't know what to say after that.
Our trip to Station South Padre Island didn't end with just a meeting.
We're going to get underway. We're going to go do some two-boat tactics training with the X2.
After lunch, we headed out on the water for a special presentation of the pepper ball demo.
What we're going to start off with is coxswain experience supervision. I've done this tactics numerous of times. I've been on actual cases. Also, my crew have been in training with me as well.
They're going to simulate a two-boat tactical action against a Mexican lancha that's failing to heave to. They're going to be simulating firing small projectiles that would normally contain no-seed pepper spray, but we're going to use inert rounds.
The pepper ball is a new, non-lethal way to stop those trying to evade the Coast Guard.
We're coming up, going in. One in prepare ball. Surface action 4, target foul. Surface action 4, target foul. I'll tell you, Jack. Open fire. Open fire, right.
A ball is shot from an underway Coast Guard boat, and when it lands, it explodes with a flurry of pepper spray. Definitely not a place you want to find yourself. After the demo, we headed back to the station, and if that wasn't enough for the day, I had the pleasure of an impromptu interview with a commandant. What was it like to be out there going?
Well, one of the reasons it's easy to be out there, it's hard tactically. You really got to watch what you're doing. But what makes this mission so much easier are these new boats we bought, and these 33-foot boats with the 275 horsepower motors on them. These are so fast and maneuverable that they give us an advantage over the fast boats, the launches, that we never had before. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of coordination, a lot of training, and a lot of concentration. I think you probably saw out there today that these folks were up to the task. It's a pretty good job.
Overall, why is it important for you to come out here to the stations and talk to the crews that are here and kind of let them know what's going on with the Coast Guard? Why is that important to you?
Well, I think there's a two-way street here. Number one, when I'm testifying before Congress or working with OMB or the administration, I got to speak with credibility about what's going on here. There's no substitute for seeing it yourself. Having somebody tell you something, you tell somebody something is hearsay. Saying that I've actually been on the boats, I've done the maneuvers, I've driven the boats myself, that adds immense credibility to your communication when you're doing that. On the other hand, the folks down here need to understand that I know their world of work, understand their world of work. I've grown up in this world of work. I know the risks that are associated with it, the challenges they face every day, and they need to know that my understanding of that is reflected in what I do for them in Washington every day. So it's a two-way thing.
One thing that you said in your speech is that you said that it's important that we're not reacting, but that we're ahead of the game.
Right.
Why is that important to the Coast Guard and to the country?
Well, it's a couple of reasons. If you're able to predict changes in your mission demand, or even detect subtle nuances or signals in your change in your mission demand, you can redeploy your people or ask for more people or more assets. If you don't do that and it accumulates over time, all of a sudden you find yourself in a stern chase with not enough people to do the job, and then that's even more of a lift in trying to deal with Congress or the administration. So I think the Coast Guard needs to be much more change-centric, be much more sensitive to what's happening in their external environment, and some of the tactics and procedures you saw today in dealing with the launch of threat across the Mexican border are testament to that's what we need to be doing in the Coast Guard.
What's it like being the commandant of the Coast Guard? I mean, you're kind of a celebrity in a sense. People get really excited when you come out. You can see it in their faces. I mean, what's it like to be able to do what you do every day?
Well, I love doing what I do every day because I've been doing it for 37 years. I just get to do it at a higher level, and I guess it's the highest level I'm going to be at. But I like this work so much, and I've stayed in this outfit so long that I do what I do every day just about the same way. I just have a new level of responsibility as a commandant. But I've always really treasured my ability to interact with our people, the dedication and the competency they bring to their job, and just the zeal for the mission and their dedication. You can see it in their faces today, and the questions they were asking. They want to interact with you, so it makes it very, very easy to do my job.
Since you became commandant, what are you most proud of?
Well, we made some great advances. One of them is the evolution of our acquisition programs allows us to stabilize deep water and start getting the assets into the hands of our people. People that are this good need good equipment to work with, and so I think what we've been able to do in terms of acquisition and procurement has been noteworthy. We're not out of the woods yet, but as I keep saying, we're chopping wood. The second thing is last July we stood up the Deployable Operations Group. That takes all of our deployable specialized forces, puts them under one command. We're much more effective now. We made several really, really excellent deployments in the last year with them. Most recently, we assisted in when they were shooting down the satellite. As far as contingency might be involved with that, we helped in that planning, so that was good. Generally, I'm proud of our people because they focus on the job, and as you heard me talk several times, mission execution is everything. Our people keep their eye on the ball. They come in every day ready to do the job. They're very dedicated, and this country should be very proud of them. This is a great time to be in the Coast Guard, and it's a great time to head the Coast Guard.
As we were heading back to CGO-1 for our final destination of Houston, we chatted with a BM3 from Station South Padre Island who was taking us back to the airport. This is what he had to say.
That was awesome. Really amazing. I really think a lot of that guy. There's certain people that when you look into their eyes, you don't really believe them, but he's somebody you really believe when you look in his eyes.
Next time on Traveling with the Commandant, in our final episode, we make our last stop to Sector Houston-Galveston. See you then.